Winter is definitely upon us. With all this new snow that's come down, the big question is not when it's going to start, but what you're going to be riding. If you're a fan of standing sideways, then watch on. We've come here to Morzine to have a look at not one, but two snowboard stores to find out some of the latest kit that's out on the shelves, just in time for Christmas. This is Slopestyle. It's Morzine's oldest snowboard store, and I figured I'd come here first to have a look at new boards. New for this season for ladies specifically are Nikita boards. Now Nikita have been making outerwear and clothing for a long time, and this is their first season branching into hardware. The boards are super light and got very gentle camber patterns to them. So lady specific boards from Nikita, you can either go with the Sideways Sister or the Nikita Chiquita. The other boards I wanted to look at are Forum. Now this is the last year that Forum's going to be in existence. It's now owned by Burton, and Burton are going to get rid of it at the end of this season. So this is your last chance to be part of what was probably one of the most progressive snowboard brands of all time. First up, we've got the Youngblood Grand Pops. Now this is cambered between your feet, but then flat from the edge of your binding to the tail, but the profile's actually thicker in the flat section, meaning that the board actually lifts up at nose and tail when you press down on it, but you still get a lot of snap out of the nose and tail. And the other board I wanted to look at was the Destroyer Double Dog. This has got a mental camber pattern, which you can almost see when you look at it. Flying V in the middle and then cambered under your foot. It means that you get loads of lift and powder with the nose coming right up out of the snow, but you still get lots of snap out of the tip and tail. And it's got pictures of angry policemen on it. Just down the road from Slopestyle here in Morzine, we've also got Attack, and this year they're carrying the brand new board Slash by Gigi Roof. Now this is the board that's actually ridden by Gigi in last year's Red Bull Supernatural, and it's a freeride specific board with a really unusual rocker pattern, pointed nose and slight swallowtail. So if you've decided to go with the Gigi Rough board or any one of the new boards for this season, you're obviously going to need new bindings, and one of the coolest new ones out there are Switchback. Now these are completely interchangeable. You can choose the colour of the straps, the high backs, the footbed, everything, and actually all of the parts of the binding come apart, so you can take the high back off and you don't even need screws to do that. They all just pop in and out, so you can change it up on the hill, for example, and just put in the heel cup if you wanted a more free ride flowy feel. The last thing I wanted to talk about was goggles. Smith have been making some really sick looking goggles for the last couple of years, and this is the IOX, it's the new one for this season. And not only do they look really cool and they have very easily interchangeable lenses, but they also have been laser sealed. And most goggles come with two lenses that are stuck together with a little bit of foam, and it's very easy for them to fog up. These ones are laser sealed together, so the two lenses are actually sealed completely. And the ventilation comes from this little dot in the corner of the lens, which allows air in, but no moisture. The other thing that's really cool about them is that the inside of the lens, which you're never normally meant to rub or clean, has actually been laser etched. So the UV protection comes from a laser etch layer rather than something that's just been painted on, which means that they're much tougher and they give you much better visibility. So there you have it, new kit and new brands, and a sad goodbye to an old friend. We'll be back in the next few weeks having a look at skis, boots and bindings, and of course gadgets. Take care until then.